Veterans got a really, really big win in the Supreme Court. And I'm going to give you a broad overview of this and who this big win really helps in the veteran community. So here we go. I'm not going to read this whole thing, just these sections that are marked out in red there and there. But this is the Supreme Court, right? Decided June 12th of 2025. Let's go ahead and read this, and then we'll read that next paragraph. So the Borne Act, that's what this whole thing revolves around, establishes default settlement procedures for claims against the government and subjects most claims to a 6-year limitations period. All right, 6 years. However, the act includes an exception if another law confers authority to settle a claim against the government. That law displaces the Borne Act settlement mechanism, including its limitation period. In 2002, Congress enacted a statute providing combat-related special compensation, so CRSC, to qualifying veterans who have suffered combat-related disabilities. Under federal law, retired veterans generally must waive a portion of their military retirement pay to receive VA disability benefits. But the CRSC statute allows combat-disabled retirees to receive special compensation up to the amount of waived retired pay. Petitioner Simon Soto served in the Marine Corps from 2000 to 2006, including 2 tours to OIF. He was medically retired in 2006 and later received a 100% disability rating for PTSD from the VA. In 2016, Soto applied for CRSC payments. The Secretary of the Navy approved his application but limited retroactive compensation to 6 years, citing the Borne Act's limitation period. Soto filed a class action lawsuit arguing that the Borne Act's 6-year limitation period does not apply to CRSC claims because the CRSC statute constitutes another law that provides its own settlement mechanism. The district court granted summary judgment for the class, but the federal circuit reversed, holding that the CRSC statute does not explicitly grant settlement authority and therefore cannot displace the Borne Act. So that's what we're talking about here, CRSC and back pay. The homie here wants some back pay, all right? Justice Thomas delivered the opinion of the court. Title whatever, known as the Borne Act, establishes a default settlement regime for certain claims brought against the government. The Borne Act subjects most claims to a 6-year limitation period. Got that. But the act includes an exception if another law confers authority to settle a claim against the government. Then that law displaces the Borne Act settlement mechanism, including its limitations period as to that claim. The question before us is whether a law providing CRSC to qualifying veterans confers authority to settle CRSC claims. We hold that it does, and thus that the settlement procedures and limitations established under the Borne Act do not apply to claims for CRSC payments. This is good news. It's a big win. The VFW has a very short synopsis here of who this applies to. So let me zoom in on this single paragraph here. I guess I didn't help that much. In a unanimous 9-0 decision, again, big win, the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of certain veterans represented in a class action suit regarding CRSC. The ruling states that the Borne Act's time limitation is 6 years, during which a veteran can file a disability claim for CR for combat-related injuries following a VA disability rating decision does not apply. This is a major win for approximately 9,000 medically retired veterans that now clears the way, dating back to January 2008, for them to retroactively receive previously capped disability compensation. So there you go. We're talking CRSC. It's a big win. That's pretty much all I got in here. I wanted to share that with you. And if you made it to the end, thank you very much. Appreciate it.